when you have standards for me that the 3 baby daddies never had to meet, this is when I'm confused. Subscribe. Let's talk about it.
Y'all are 3 baby daddies deep. You got 3 baby daddies talking about I want to do with 6 figures. He not looking for that. I got the pick of the litter.
Yeah, for sure.
Why would I even? You got 3 baby daddies. Lamont, DeAndre, Quantavious.
Listen, yeah. This is funny, but you know, it's humorous, but it's true, right? It's funny because it's true. This is what a lot of men, we don't really understand as part of the dating game, right? It feels as if one party, right? If this is a game, one player one did everything he was supposed to do. He tried to do his best and navigate himself throughout life. He got to the point, he did the side quests, he ignored other side quests, and he finally got somewhere where it's like, okay, I can be the hero of the story. Then player 2 arrives and it's like, I didn't do any of that, right? I didn't do anything, but that reward you get from defeating the game, I want that, right? In fact, you should also give it to me because of the things that I went through. I get, right? And this is what I think where the conversation sometimes devolves. It's almost as if women feel as if men don't understand that, yes, you deserve better. We all as humans deserve better, but in part of deserving, it's what you've earned. It's not that you can manifest these things, that the stars in the right alignment, that you are suddenly entitled to get the thing that you say you want. It doesn't work like that. Humans especially don't work like that. You cannot jump in and think that it's okay to be entitled to the things that this person has worked hard for, avoided, sacrificed for, just because you've learned better. That's only part of the equation. Before we get into the rest, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Still going strong, still trying to do 2 a day. Still trying to get to June doing 2 a day, a full year of this. But until then, it is what it is. So listen, hype the video, share the video. We got merch in the store. So listen, it's the other part of the equation. Other part of the equation is very simple. That when you decide that you've made your decisions and you just suddenly now want better, it's also understanding that that other person has been through their own set of experiences. When we play the game of delayed gratification, sometimes that's what it is, right? It's one of the many folds, one of the many side quests, mini games in the dating game itself. When we play that delayed gratification game and we say, okay, maybe I can't go out to the club with my friends. Maybe I can't go out to Vegas, Miami. And I'm using places because back then that's what was affordable. I can't do these things. I can't do the trip to DR, the guys. I can't do any of these. I've got to sit here and study. And all of my friends, all the people that know me in real life, that have been part of my actual story can say, yeah, that was him. He was going to work. He was working full time. He's going to school full time. We were going here on this trip, and he would always say, I can't go. I got to study. I can't go. I got to do this. I got to do that. There's plenty of us that were in both camps. Those of us that understood that one time later on, it might be my time if I do and I keep faith to this. Okay, we're here now. Now that I didn't get to do those things, that I said there's a bigger picture involved, you can't now ignore all of that, what it took me to get here, by simply showing up and saying, if you want to be with me, I need these things. You have to understand that it's fair, this is the other side of it, that men get to say no. Not saying that you don't deserve that, just saying if you don't work to show people, especially men, despite me having multiple kids here or multiple things against me here, because in the dating market, it's not a plus. I can demonstrate why my value is. We can't even have that conversation. We say, yo, what do you bring to the table? And what happens? Conversations break down, immediately break down. There's 1,001 different rejoinders that women have right at the hip, rather than address what men are saying. Like, yo, I get it. I understand. You when you know better, you do better. Except you have more complications to your story. Now, I think I'm on record on this channel saying that yes, these things, most things are surmountable. Most things with actual education, you can do better. If one of the easiest ways is to tap into your femininity, is to look at the market and say, what is the market missing in terms of men being that market? What do they say that they're missing from potential women, femininity. If I have more of that, despite me having kids or multiple children, I may increase my market value. That's all you end up doing, trying to increase your market value. Conversely, men have done that. They've had to increase their market value. They have to say, okay, what are women saying? And it's not that this was always quite clear, but there was always an indication of that. You had Cosmo, you had any type of daytime television show, any type of show with multiple women on it talking about the ills of dating, the ills of men. This is not a new conversation that we're having. It's been going on for a while. So when it was infected into the media, when it seeped into everything we consumed, men had a pretty good idea of what women were saying that they wanted. The ability to go and create that, maybe that was difficult, maybe that was different. When you're saying, men, hey, you need to be more emotional intelligent, but we now have a better understanding that some of that stuff stems from early onset. So I just can't decide tomorrow that I'm going to communicate with you in the way you indicate I should communicate. And unfortunately, realistically, that type of communication seems to vary from group to group. What is emotional intelligence from group to group, and how that is, exemplified. Nonetheless, we're here at this point of time where it may seem unfair, it may seem like it's insurmountable that you are now in your later parts of life and you now have to develop. Now you have to go into the lab, see what things are missing in your game, see where the defense was tearing you up, see what you have to do better, because the only thing that we seem to tell women they have to develop, you got to be beautiful. You got to be beautiful, go get your education, and then you don't need a man. Go make your money, and then you don't need a man. There's never just say, do the things that are going to make you happy, because, and this is real, some women just want to be mothers. Some women just want to be wives. Some women just want to be wives and mothers. When that is presented, it starts to chip away at this sort of conglomerate foundational wall that women are saying, yes, this is what it is. Having people that disagree with you, that's still part of your agenda, doesn't detract from what you want to do with your life. In fact, I want to be on record. When you continually act against your own self-interest, it hurts, right? It hurts. When you continually fly the flag that you don't believe in, but everyone else around you requires you to do so, it hurts. It hurts you, it hurts your outcomes, it hurts what you feel like you were put on this planet for. When you develop the courage or bravery, or simply you get old enough where that hold of that conglomerate, that group isn't as stringent upon you, what happens? You start now becoming vocal, even as small as it might be. You have a voice of dissent now. You say, hey, I actually do want these things. The issue is we never tell you, or we're never clear that a lot of these things are time dependent. You've wasted time believing and flying a flag as something that you never really believed in. You just thought this is what I was supposed to do. Now, the culmination of this, right? The crux of all this is that all that was genderless. All of that was genderless. Men do the very same thing. Some men fly that flag of saying, I'm going to go and step up. I want to be a husband. And some of you had no intentions of ever being that. That was never a desire that you wanted. You may have wanted the family, but you never wanted the responsibility of being the head of household. And it's fine. As long as we get now back to a place where we can actually have honest dialogue, and it starts with you having honest dialogue with yourself and saying, this is what's important to me. Not what everyone else says, not what everyone else demands. This is what I want to do because this is intrinsic. It's my own life. This is what's going to make me happy. This is going to give me joy. The quicker and earlier we do those, and we find that some of our joy, some of our happiness can be found with another, we'd probably do a better job of coupling up and staying with them for the long haul, rather than getting with someone, following society's plan, and then arriving at a destination and realizing I don't want this shit at all. But hey, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to Sound My Voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. Just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.